The 11th, 12th century were quite good moments for the city, and that coincides with, in the 9th century, the 15 Jewish families arrived to Girona, and with them arrived some money, because Christians at the time weren't able to lend money. So that really helped the city economically. And the Jewish built their own quarters. This is a former Jewish patio. Unlike the Christians that live cramped and with their animals, and it was pretty, let's say, not clean. The Jewish were very careful about their environments, and they always built their houses with little patios inside so that there was fresh air for them. And this isn't like there used to be a dwell so that they could clean themselves for their prayers. This is the original stairs, and the rest is new. But the history has also a dark side of, the city has also a dark side of history. The Jewish lived peacefully here from the 9th century to the 14th. There was a bit of tension. Locals didn't like them that much because they looked much healthier and better than the rest.
And they owed them money.
And they owed them money, which didn't help. But it was peaceful until what happened in the 14th century across Europe.
Plague.
Enlightenment?
The Black Plague. And a third of Christians were falling off, whereas the Jewish community were fine. They weren't being sick by the plague, and obviously the church used that moment here to start disseminating anti-Semitist feeling much more strongly, and they started to say that they were poisoning wells and stuff like that. The real truth is they weren't living with their animals, so they were less close to fleas, but people didn't know at the time, so the anti-Semitism feeling started to build up until in the 14th century there was a massacre across Spain, and they killed an insane amount of Jewish people. So later I can show you a tunnel that the Jewish community built to try to escape when these kind of moments happened. But the reason why I'm explaining this is because this is what we call a stolen house. In the 15th centuries, the Catholic kings, they were like, okay, we're done with this. We need to get rid of Jewish, because this is like constant battles between the two communities, and more a genocide than a battle, to be fair. And they eventually got rid of them, which was very unfair.
I think they're forced to either leave or convert.
Yes, they were forced to either leave or convert. And in Catalonia, there are many people who have names that are like Smith, like Ferrer, and like, or toponyms, that names of places. And this is either Muslims or Jewish that decided to convert and use their profession as their surname and stuff like that. And this house that was later rebuilt on top by, you can see the completely different style by the Christians who basically took it over once the Jewish left. And now we are starting the Jewish quarter. There's a Jewish museum there if you ever want to go in. Next to it, there's a massive house. That's what is called a stolen area. The streets of the Jews were very difficult to navigate. So once they were kicked off of the city, they became quite dangerous, and like people would do nasty things in there. So what the Christians did was build on top of them, put a door and build on top of them. So yeah, this whole area has changed massively since they left, but there's one street that still remains intact as how it used to be. So we are gonna walk by that. And in all this area, I was giving the tour to Alex, and I was explaining only the good things of the city.
Yeah, I don't remember this, but
We needed our guided tour of Girona last week so that I could give you the actual facts this time.